When a baby is born, 4 weeks, 10 weeks, even 18 weeks early, it takes an entire neonatal intensive care unit team to make sure that infant survives and thrives. And a bond is forged between families and the NICU staff. The reunion of NICU staff and a grateful family, along with their babies who are now beautiful, growing kids. Let's go on the record.
From WPBF 25, this is On the Record with Todd McDermott.
Good morning. Imagine caring for a tiny, prematurely born infant and then seeing them thrive and grow into beautiful children. When you reunite with those kids and their family, you don't have to imagine after joining us today. Meet Dr. Adrienne Florence, a neonatologist at the Bethesda Hospital East NICU in Boynton Beach and Madison Everly, NICU nurse and key member of the team. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear your stories of what your careers are like. I need to ask you first I think, Doctor, I'll start with you. Just describe the crucial nature of what you do. Everybody knows what a NICU is, I think most people do, but it's really an important time for families and for that tiny, tiny baby.
Thank you for having us. Being in the NICU it's quite an adventure and quite a journey for the family. It's an intense place, but it's a beautiful place. It's a place where we take care of the sickest, smallest babies. And the beautiful thing about it is we give them a start and we get to see their journey from the beginning and sometimes after many, many, many months till they go home. We take care of small babies, we take care of big babies also with other problems, and we provide intensive care to those babies that need the most.
Can you tell me about the first moments when a baby is born prematurely? What those first moments are like? Is it in the NICU?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, it's a whole team, right? That's why we have amazing nursing, respiratory therapists, and it starts in the delivery room, either the operating room or the delivery room. And when that baby is born, you have a whole team of people that we're attending to this very tiny, vulnerable baby. And it starts with providing warmth, providing respiratory support, providing the support that they need also for their heart to start sometimes. Sometimes it's not an easy start. Prematurity is not necessarily the natural thing to happen. Babies should be in utero, but when they come out early, we are there to support them in every single way. So it's really a coordinated effort that's very intense, but it's also a beautifully orchestrated event where we're having the baby adapt to this new environment that is not the natural environment where they usually would be. So it's
And Madison, you are the key members of the orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
You're caring for this sometimes very, very tiny child. Mm-hmm. The most obvious question I have for you is, what's that like to have that child's life and care in your hands?
I think because it's a team effort, it's really easy to just prioritize with the baby going, okay, at this very moment, what does the baby need? Making sure we're being the eyes and the ears of the rest of the team, since we're standing there at the bedside the whole time, relaying information to them, getting all the other team members involved, taking care of the parents. It's of course huge to come in and care for the baby and give the baby what the baby needs, but it's also huge to take care of the parents and help them. They're fearful and struggling with the fact that their baby's now separated from them, so taking care of them is also a crucial part of the care in the NICU.
What drew you to NICU work as a nurse?
In nursing school, I got to do my rotation in there, and just seeing the incredible work that we're able to provide for these babies who otherwise wouldn't survive, I knew I just wanted to be a part of it. Yeah, NICU's a team. Whether you're just assigned that baby or your colleagues assigned that baby, everyone's working together, and it's a team effort, and I love that.
When you're at the bedside, when you're on the floor during your shift, and this is, you either can answer, but how many people are involved? Because we keep saying it's a team. It's a lot of people that have to be part of this, right?
Absolutely. The physicians, nurse practitioners, PAs, nurses, respiratory therapists, speech therapists, occupational therapy, and of course the parents. Yeah, it's a big team.
And doctor, what complications are you dealing with even after those first few hours or days when it comes to these very tiny patients?
So you have to understand, these are babies that sometimes fit on the palm of your hand. So the care is so precise, right? So the lungs, the heart, the brain is not quite ready. So our goal is to provide the best care possible, state-of-the-art care, so that those organs grow and develop in the best way possible. So we have complications that have to do with especially respiratory problems, cardiac problems, infections are a big deal, temperature instability. Having a baby grow at the same rate that they would have otherwise growing in utero is always a challenge. So, like Madison was saying, having the family involved is, for example, with the feeding aspect of it and mothers providing breast milk in a way that's not necessarily the most natural because the baby's not really latching yet. So stuff like that it's really, this is why it's such a beautiful thing, because not only we're dealing with the complication of the baby, but with the stress of the families on how to do this. So we really do this family care center. We include everyone. We're a team. I always tell the parents, we're just borrowing your baby for a little time.
That's a good thing to hear, I'm sure. Madison, what's it like to interact with the families? Because this is the most precarious time of their entire lives.
I'd say for a lot of nurses, it can be the best part of the job. We really like to celebrate every milestone, whether it's a first bottle, a post-op baby having their first poop, like silly things that might sound silly to other people are huge milestones in the NICU, and celebrating alongside the parents all the way up until the baby's reaching discharge it's the best part of the job.
Looking at those milestones must be, as they progress, must be so rewarding for the entire group.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, think of it. Some of these patients which you have met, are there with us for many, many months. The months that they were not in utero. So if they were born at 22 weeks, there's 16 weeks that they're with us. So we become family. It becomes a real family altogether.
Speaking of which, we are next going to meet a family, starting with the parents. Thank you both for being here. Stay around. You may need your help, and Dr. will have you back. You're going to meet a family with 3 children who've graduated from Bethesda Hospital East NICU, and we'll be right back.
You're watching On the Record on WPBF 25.
Welcome back. Now we welcome Jose and Caitlin Benitez, who have 3 Bethesda Hospital East NICU success stories and 4 beautiful children who I promise you will meet. Caitlin, first though, let's start with Layla, your 9-year-old, because she was your first. She was born early, but did not require a stay in the NICU.
Correct, yeah. She was born at 36 weeks, 5 pounds, 14 ounces. She had a little bit of jaundice. They took care of it right then and there and came home with us, no issues.
And she is a beautiful little girl.
Thank you.
And then came the surprise.
Yes.
And that was Caden.
Yep.
And Caden's situation, and we'll talk more with the doctor about it, Caden's situation was quite different. He was born at 22 weeks.
22 weeks and 4 days.
How big a shock was it for you when he was born?
Complete shock. It was joy and fear at the same time. Very overwhelming. Didn't really know what to expect. And it was a journey, a long journey.
Yeah. Jose, you must have been thinking, because Layla had already been born, you must have thought, like, you're kidding me. We know how to do this. There's no way that there's a baby being born at 22 weeks.
Yeah, it was kind of hard, but like she said, it was a long journey, but I was just there to support him. Just stay positive all the time through the whole process.
And look what you got.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Because it's just an amazing thing. I talked to the nurse and the doctor in the last segment about the interaction between families and staff. All of a sudden, your whole future, everything you care about, is turned over to somebody else.
Yeah.
What is that like?
Painful, but there's not a better group of people to do it than Dr. Florence, all of the nurses. I had complete confidence from the moment I stepped foot into the NICU. With all three of our babies, complete confidence. They made me feel safe, heard. Madison had touched on it, but they don't just care for the babies. they care for the parents just as much as the babies, which makes a big difference.
And I'm assuming the two of you needed plenty of care because I can't imagine what you were going through.
Yeah, it was trauma, a lot of trauma, mental trauma. I felt that I caused this, that it was my body let me down. But
Natural, but completely wrong.
right, yes, and the doctors helped me through that. That it wasn't me. My body didn't fail me. God had a purpose, and you look at them now, and they're all healthy, in school, playing sports. You wouldn't even know that they were born so early. He was born at a pound and dropped to 13 ounces.
Oh, I did. Dr. Florence had talked about a child that you can hold in the palm of your hand.
Yep.
That had to be what that's like.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the surprise when people see
Yeah.
Caden now. Now, he was in the hospital for 7 months.
Correct.
Which is a huge chunk of his life.
Yeah.
And now he's 6, I believe.
Yeah, turning 7.
That
Yep.
seems almost impossible. Now, I'm sure for you, looking back, that you were there more than half a year.
Yeah, yeah. And the days dragged on, but the 7 months flew by. It was unbelievable when we walked out of there. I didn't think that we would, I could not envision walking out. It felt so far away. But miracles happen, and they truly are a miracle.
Jose, do you remember the day they told you Caden could go home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a funny story about it. So when we were leaving the hospital with Kaden, one of the nurses came out of nowhere and asked because she didn't know me because I wasn't every day like she was. So they asked like, "Oh, who's he?" And her dad came and said, "Oh, he's just the Uber driver."
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. So it was
Yeah.
a nice day. We were all happy.
Yeah.
And we were all there for him. So
It had to be just unbelievable. And I
Yes,
do
sir.
want to mention the other two children who we'll meet in a moment because you went through this again with
Yeah.
Mason and with Emma.
Yep.
And Mason was born fairly early as well.
Yes, 30 weeks. 30 weeks.
What
And
was that stay like in NICU?
So well, in comparison to the 22-weeker, it was a breeze. If it's your first time in the NICU, 30 weeks is challenging. But for him, it was really just grow and feed. He just had to grow and up his feeds. So while his oxygen decreased, his feeds increased. And a funny story, we would walk into the NICU every day and we would ask the nurse or the doctor, how many grams is he today? Because in the NICU, it's not pounds and ounces, it's grams. That's how small the babies are. And we would take out our phones and convert the grams into pounds and ounces to see how he was growing. So yeah, it was a big difference, but just as hard as the first one. But
And then beautiful Emma is your
Yes.
youngest.
she is.
She had the shortest stay.
Yes, 7 days, a week. She was actually born on my birthday, May 8th, so that was a great surprise. And she was actually supposed to be discharged with us. The last night, she had an apnea spell. And in the NICU, it's a minimum of 72 hours that you have to stay. And at about 71 hours, she had another apnea spell.
Oh.
So that's what kept pushing our discharge back. But she honestly was a breeze. It was actually, there was no stress. It was just learn to breathe on your own at night and we'll go home. And
she did.
Yeah, once she was discharged, she didn't have any apnea spells.
Well,
So,
I can't, after talking about all this, I can't wait for people to meet your children.
yes.
So we'll take a quick break and we'll bring out the whole group and bring the
Yes.
doctor back when On the Record returns. Oh my goodness, welcome back. Dr. Florence joins us along with the entire Benitez family. I'm doing the intros, if you don't mind. Mason, Caden, Layla, and Emma. Hello, Benitez family. Dr. Florence, I want to start with you. We talked about this without actually seeing the children. What's it like to see children you saw when they were tiny, like especially Caden, you know, in the palm of your hand? What's it like to see them be these beautiful, beautiful children and well behaved?
I don't think that there could be a bigger joy than to see the result of our work. We don't always get this opportunity unless it's with the NICU reunions or this wonderful opportunity that you're giving us today, because once they go through the journey of the NICU and then they're discharged, sometimes we don't get to see them
Ever again, right?
ever again or for a long, long time. And to see a baby like Caden, for example, that was, like I said to you, this small, go through so much, and to see him doing this good, because we don't always know exactly what's going to happen.
I do want to touch on Caden's situation because he was so, as Caitlin mentioned, he was so young.
Yeah.
And it was very, very difficult, and there was crucial timing in there for Caden.
Caden is the size and the age, basically what we call the limit of viability. These are the smallest babies we save. And they also are the babies that go through the most complications. I mean, and I give so much credit to the family because we go through moments that are very, very difficult. And I remember them so vividly, Caitlin and Jose, because there were moments in the NICU that we didn't know which route we were going. There were moments where we didn't know if he was going to survive. And their faith, their braveness, their faith on us as a group to take care of them made it possible. And to see him not only here, but doing well, thriving, going to school, playing sports, it's not something that we know for sure it's going to happen. But to see it, I don't think there's a better way to celebrate what we do.
And Caitlin and Jose, you seeing the doctor again, seeing Nurse Madison again, what's it like having been through all that? There is, I mentioned a bond at the top of the program. It can really never be broken. They know you in a way that hardly anyone in the world will ever know you.
Oh, absolutely. Like Dr. Florence touched on, we really do become a family. And I'm forever indebted to them. Without them, who knows if I would have this beautiful family. So he is a part of our family. The entire NICU team is a part of our family.
It must be a joy to see them. But this family is full of such joy too.
Yes.
I know you know how fortunate you are, but they're so beautiful and so healthy.
Yes.
And so wonderful. And I want to go back to something that we mentioned. You had, Layla was born just a little early,
Yes.
got to go home.
Yes.
Then you go Caden, which was really couldn't be a more dire circumstance.
Correct.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
And then you go through it again and again.
Yes.
Was each situation, did it feel different? I know you went like, well, we've been here before,
Right.
but they had to eat. I'm sure that each was a different challenge, a different time for you.
Yes. So all different kinds of fear. So with Caden, it was, is he going to survive?
Right.
Every day was like borrowed time. And then with Mason, it was fear, but fear with knowledge. We knew the NICU. We knew what could happen, but we also knew what progress looked like. And then with Emma, she was a breeze. It was just the apnea, which she grew right out of. Most babies grow out of a lot of things that they do have in the NICU. So we've had both ends of the spectrum with the NICU, the absolute worst and then the absolute easiest.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for you all coming in. And I also, in this last second or so, I want to, Layla, I'm putting you in charge of your siblings from now on. You take a little pressure off your parents. You're a very, very wonderful young lady. You are now in charge. Do you guys hear that? The TV guys say, big sister's in charge.
Layla's in charge.
All right, until Emma takes over, and that could be soon.
It probably will be.
All right. Benitez family, Dr. Florence, as well as Nurse Madison, thank you so much. On the Record, we'll be right back. I want to thank you for making us part of your morning. As always, we encourage you to be part of our discussion each and every Sunday right here at 10 a.m. Until then, you can watch this morning's On the Record episode and every episode on our website. That's WPBF.com and on our free WPBF 25 News app. We hope you have a wonderful Sunday. We'll see you again next week.